beautiful downtown Omaha. We are in the last match of the evening, getting ready for set number 2. Coaches are giving final instructions here to their teams. Things are starting to clear out a little bit as some of the courts are ahead of time and are clearing out, and others are still playing here. So finally a little bit more room. It was an extremely crowded day here, Mike. Very hard to get around earlier in the day, but things are thinning out, and it's a lot easier now.
Just had spectators saying hi. Not sure who the call out is to, but whoever's out there watching, appreciate your support. And the girls appreciate it as well. The girls do know that there are people watching, so we appreciate you supporting the girls. We appreciate you supporting our broadcast. We appreciate the positive comments, and we appreciate the retraction of negative comments. And for those watching the score and making comment on delayed scoring, there is some maintenance that needs to happen here, so I apologize for any camera missed shots or scoring delays. We do the best we can here with a limited crew of 2.
Yeah, we don't have an engineer back in the studio like most people would to kind of keep track of some of those technical details, so we're left to do that on our own, and hopefully things are good and you're having a good experience out there. All right, Iowa sending the ball over here. This serve far left side. Audrey Wellbrock's going to pop that one over. That hits the antenna.
All right, Jim, so we have seen this Lights team play well in the first set and come out very slow in the second set.
Yes.
I think the last match we're down 10-1. Was that correct?
It was been a common theme.
So let's see if we can do something different here.
Just
a lucky play.
Just bad luck there.
I'm not convinced that ball wasn't on the floor over there. It certainly looked like a short hop to me, but I don't have a great vantage point.
Serve stays over with the Iowa side. They're going to pop it over. Covered by KJ. Audrey on the back set. That was Emma. Sends that over, but we're getting a forecall on that. Did not clear the net.
All right, let's stop it right here, Jim. Nice pass. That's a good one. Get a set. That's a good one. And Wellbrock with that's a lift. Yep, you can't do that. You just can't do that.
All right. Well, maybe this will be the start of our comeback here. Always hard to keep that momentum going. I think the players just know that they've reached 25. They've got their goal. They won the first set. And it's just naturally a letdown from that. Audrey sends this over. Iowa punches it over, but covered by Masso. Wellbrock, left side, swings it off. Comes back, but he's going to try it again. Again, the block is there. Good start for this Iowa squad here after.
They're playing very well at the net, Jim. It's sloppy, it's not clean, but it's effective. They're getting the ball back over the net. I can't believe that's sustainable, so let's see if we can change it.
Audrey to Wellbrock on the right side, sent over. Here comes the Iowa. They tip it, and that one did not make it.
We got a break there, Jim. That was Scarborough, number 23. Great player for that Iowa club. Just had a tip in mind for the line, just couldn't quite get it over. An extra ball on the court.
We're going to throw one of these two back over to court 13. The play continues there. Wellbrock at the line. She's going to send it up. Jump serves over. That one's headed out. Brought back. Spun over. That could have been a double contact. Wasn't called. Emma Fredheim, no touch there.
Just a bit wide. Nice play design. Nice thought by Emma. Just outside the line.
The Burnsville High School product. Libero sends it over. Covered by KJ. Audrey, left side. Petrick, big swing. And we got a touch called here.
Yes, we do. We were calling it out of our broadcast location as well. It was clear touch from our vantage point. Lions judge made a nice call there. How about a little Emma Fredheim freight train? Get us a few points here, Jim.
Yep, would be good. We'd like to see a good long service run. She's had many of those over the course of the last couple of days here, so another one would be awesome. Sends it over, right side. A little bit of trouble covering that, but here comes a big swing from the Iowa side, covered. Sent over by Van Hecky. Iowa side pops it over the block. Some back and forth here. I wonder if somebody was in the net.
No, that ball went under the net there, Jim. Audrey bent down to get it, but it was just quite out of her reach and on the wrong side.
6-3 early going here in the second set. Looking to make that run to get that score tightened up. Wellbrook the pass. Klimbarski pass sets it over. Petrick, roll shot.
Got a big block coming here.
Kinsey Cronin on that block. They have to pinball this thing back over. Audrey. Van Hecky sends it over.
What a play. I love
Great
that play out
there.
of Laney. Again, Jim, the advantage of having both setters on the court. Audrey was forced to play defense to cover that tip. She's given a nice high tight one over to Laney, and Laney with the setter experience was able to just put it down.
Find the right spot. Left-hander Brownlee sends it over. A little bit of trouble with that one on the far left side. Maybe this is our little run coming back.
And that's an alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
Dan Stein sponsoring these aces, and I think he's racking up a pretty good discount bill for himself. Brownlee sends it over. Tried popping over the block. Our block is, oh, there's a joust. That's won by Audrey.
Nice play there. I've seen 23 tip more times this match than I think, or more times this set than we saw all last match as we were watching.
I got to believe our block is bothering them a little bit. The service error here is going to send the ball back over to the Council Bluffs team. Scarborough puts it in play. Cronin, big swing on the slide play there.
That's a Crocodile Crush. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 2-for-1 special on every Crocodile Crush for Northern Lights today.
Thank you, Dan Stein. Ella Masso at the line with her tough serve, brings it over. A little bit of trouble here. Can't quite get to that one. 8-7.
Kenzie Cronin with the Crocodile Crush. I kind of like how that sounds.
It's good. Dan Stein, of course, one of our lead sponsors. Also got a daughter playing in the tournament here this weekend, so we've been visiting with him. Brownlee swings over. Cronin. That's another point for 17 Red.
Nice slide play, get Kinsey moving outside. With that play, the block doesn't exactly know where to set up because there's so much movement and activity going.
KJ sends over the serve. Covered by Scarborough on the other side. It's punched over, but it's effective. Falls right in the middle. Perfect spot there.
Match continues to be tight. Good to overcome that early deficit. At some point, we'll look for a twist.
Sent over by Iowa. A little bit out of system here. Wellbrook has to send it over. Touched on the block, and that caused confusion on the other side. That one falls in.
Sometimes the blocks can be more hindrances. They are helpful there, Jim. In that case, it was a nice soft roll shot. The fingertip even made it softer and dropped into an open part of the court.
Audrey sends it over. The libero covers that, digs it up. Pushed over from the left pin. Covered on our side. Wellbrook sends it over. They'll reset their offense. KJ back in system here. Wellbrook has to punch it over. A little back and forth action here, getting ourselves reset up. Emma Fredheim.
That was almost a catch, Jim.
Yep.
Nice play by Emma to put it just out of the reach of that middle blocker. I think she did go up and make the catch on that.
That was good. 10-9 could be the run here we're looking for. Oh, nice short serve there. Oh, flipped back over by the libero. Audrey, oh, almost a collision again.
Oh, nice block.
Emma Fredheim on that one, I believe.
Yeah, we saw there again, Jim. We talked in the previous match about that middle quick attack. If that doesn't work, it's very important to get a player behind that to take that ball over, and that's what we saw there. Good positioning, good play.
Audrey continues at the line. punched over, but right into the net.
I like this little mini run we're on here, Jim. That's 4 points to give us a 3-point advantage. If we can get that magic number 4, we might see a timeout from the other side.
Audrey sends it over. In the middle, they swing. Ah, that one just gets through. Here comes the serve from the Iowa side. Handled by Wellbrook.
Very close to a foot fault there. I hope that lines judge is paying attention.
Yep. Swung over. That one falls in.
Laura's doing a nice job using that block, Jim. We've seen that a number of times now this evening match where she gets up there and uses the block to her advantage.
That does bring Laura to the line. The jump serve over. Right side. A little bit of trouble with this. They're going to pop it over. Audrey. Laney. Big swing by Petrick. Oh, that was awesome.
Boy, she got up there high and turned down the line, turned her whole shoulders, and just really wailed on that ball.
That's a crocodile crush. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 2-for-1 special on every Crocodile Crush for Northern Lights today.
Wellbrook continues on the serve. Sent over. Audrey. Laney. Middle. Big swing by Emma. Covered. Libero pass sets this, brings it back in the middle to Klimbarski. Audrey, big swing Petrick off the block, covered. Setter pushes it over. That might have been out, but it was right on the line. Petrick spin shots it over. Good long rally here. That ball is heading up I-80.
Past court 22, on to court 21, still rolling and intercepted just before court 30. Wow, what a play by that player over there. Almost a diving stop to keep it from going all the way to court 30, Jim. There's hustle all over this place.
Yeah, there is. We're really, like we mentioned, the place is starting to open up. A lot of matches are wrapping up for the day. A lot cooler in here than it was yesterday. A lot more comfortable. Libero sends the serve over. It's short again. Audrey. Emma, that was just mistimed. Just caused kind of by that short serve getting things off to a
little bit out of a system there, yeah. You're right, Jim.
Libero sends it over. This one off the tape. Same thing again. Lexi Petrick sends this over off the block. Recovered on the other side. Iowa's going to send it over. Their big hitter, and that one's out. It's close.
That was out by about a fourth of a snake, Jim. That was right near that line. It was a good call by the lines judge. But that was close.
I heard the word snake in there. Of course, that brings to mind Dan Stein, who will remove any kind of vermin from your residence. This ball, oh, she doesn't know what to call. So what are we going to get here? Hold on.
We're going to get some help from the down ref
call
here.
Yet. Nobody knows, so down ref comes over here.
Oh, she called it in.
Wow. I have to say I did not see. I would like to think it was in.
I didn't see it either, but.
And that's an alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
Thank you, Dan. Emma sends this over. Audrey covers. Wellbrook the pass. Petrick sends it over, and again there's trouble in the back row there with that. 17-12. Pretty nice run here, Mike. Things are starting to look pretty good.
Yeah, let me get the score corrected here. My apologies for those watching.
Keeps Emma Fretheim at the line. Sends it over. Oh, just short, just hits the tape. Another good run there. Hopefully we can get that back and maintain that. We talked about the 4-point lead being kind of a mental advantage, a psychological advantage to stay up by 4 or 5 points, and we hope we can continue to do that here. Audrey reaches down to set that. Petrick, covered by the libero. Brought back, left pin, big swing, but covered by Klimbarski. Sent over. A little bit of trouble on the other side. They're going to free ball this back over. KJ, Audrey, short. Cronin, down! The hammer return!
Nice play there by Kinsey. Good distribution of the ball, Jim. We saw a left side, we saw a right side, and we finished in the middle. That keeps the defense on its toes and the blockers moving. They're not sure where it's coming from.
Left-hander Brownlee sends it over. Going to have to be popped over. Good opportunity here. Lexi Petrick again. Libero has to struggle to get it, and that put down by Kinsey Cronin in the middle.
Okay. Do you need a chair?
Punched over here. That's going to be a point for the Iowa team.
Yeah,
19-14.
Scarborough on that play. Very talented player we've talked about.
Next up, her shot. She's had to make some adjustments. I think just because of our block on that right side, she's had to adjust her game a little bit, but has found ways to score. Audrey, left side, pushed over by Petrick, and it comes back on the block. Okay, 19-15. We want to stop this little mini run here.
Very important point here for 2 reasons. 1, keep the 4-point cushion. 2, get to 20 first.
Audrey, back set. Cronin, big slide, covered. Going to be brought back. Then a slide of their own, tipped over though. Audrey, lefty Brownlee, and that's long.
Yeah, that was a nice block off Kinsey there that they had that kept that ball in play. That was definitely a momentum switcher. That we had that play set up how we wanted it. We just couldn't finish.
KJ, Audrey set her dump. They cover it. Sent back on the block.
Oh, it's in, it's in.
Play continues. Easy to start celebrating too early there. Petrick sends it over.
There we can celebrate.
Oh, there we go. They left that back line open.
2 things there, Jim. 4-point cushion. And the number starts with a 2.
First team to 20 here. Your Northern Lights 17 red. It brings Ella Master to the line. Punches it over. Big swing there. A little bit of trouble getting this back. Masso, Klimbarski, Wellbrock.
Nice swing.
Big swing, covered well on the other side. They're going to have to free ball this over. Audrey. Wellbrock pops it over the block. A little bit of trouble, but they're Audrey.
Ooh,
KJ sends it in the
decision.
corner, but the libero's there. He's all over the court. What do we got here?
I think we're calling 4 contacts or on the ground. Looks like it hit the ground.
Yep.
We were a little blocked by the mess of players there.
Kind of a wild rally there. Ella sends it over, just long. Had to be tempting to go after that one when it's that close to the line. To let that go take some nerves.
It does take some nerves. Takes some good communication too, getting some help from the other players on the court.
Comes the Iowa serve, covered. Back set, Cronin touched on the block, covered on the other side. It's going to be brought back over, left pin, big swing through the block.
Yeah, block was opened up there a little bit again. With an open court next to us, Jim, that ball is making a run for it. Passes court 17 on to 16. Retrieved by Lauren Schmidt. Good to see her moving.
Yeah, she's moving pretty well. Hopefully her recovery continues to go well and she can be back in action here soon. Iowa sends it over. Brownlee, Audrey, Wellbrock, roll shots it over. Set up their offense, left pin, off the tape again. That's been good for them.
Time to stop this, Jim. We're down to 2. It's tight. Coach Slores agrees.
Gives us a chance to take a little breather here.
You know, these tournaments are not easy to pull off, Jim, so we should acknowledge the men and women from the local volleyball club here that put on this tournament, Nebraska Elite, we believe. It takes quite a bit of effort to get these courts down, get the net set up, and so Sport Floors Leasing provides the courts, but it is the kids and parents of the club that actually put the courts down and get them set up. So,
and as we well
kudos
know,
to them.
It is a lot of work, and all of these things have to go on and behind the scenes to pull these tournaments off. So thank you to all of you who helped. Audrey sets up here. Wellbrock, big swing. Tools the block there. An important critical point, Mike, 22-19.
That was a good stop, a good timeout by Coach Lurs. They probably drew that play up, talked about what play they wanted to run. We saw a fake out of Kinsey in the middle and a crush by Laura on the outside.
Klimbarski sends a nice serve over. Libero sets it, swing. KJ right there, sent over by Audrey. That's good. Right on the line there. Perfect placement.
Boy, she had a big block up there. I think she sensed it, Jim. That was a nice dig, which resulted in a tight pass up to the net, and Audrey used it to her advantage.
That causes the Iowa coach to call a timeout. We see Dan Stein has joined our group here.
We got some pretty active fans here along the side.
Fan
we got some
support is
dancing.
really good.
We got some hiding.
That's because we weren't there.
Mood is
cheering.
Mood is good here as KJ comes back to the line. Lights is out of the timeout. 23-19. Just waiting for the ref to signal. KJ is going to put the ball in play. The right-hander punches it over. Great serve. There's trouble with that. And folks, we are at.
And that's an alligator ace. Remember, Stein Alligator and Crocodile Removal Services is offering 10% off for every Northern Lights ace today.
Thank you, Dan. Sent over just long.
Just a bit long.
Just long.
That was match point there. She made a run for that back line, Jim. We call that on the hook. The Klembarskis may be down a round or two.
All right. Jordan Brownlee. Audrey Wellbrook sends it over. Covered on the Iowa side. They're going to bring this back. Free ball it over. Klembarski. Audrey again. Let's set up our offense again. Wellbrook, big swing. They cover it.
Not sure why Audrey is laughing in the middle of the point, but whatever works, I guess.
Oh, almost touched it. I
That's
think
a
we're going to
roof.
get interference there.
Absolutely.
And that, folks, is the end of the match. It's another victory for your Northern Lights, 17 red. Mike, a perfect start to the first 2 days of play here.
Really, Jim, this was an important match for the Lights team. This was the strongest team that I think they've seen. It is late in day 2. Both teams tired. But the Lights team really brought the energy necessary to bring this one home. This gives them the number 1 seed in the pool going into tomorrow's gold bracket. There's no bye for this team tomorrow, but at least they get the better seed.
And maybe an extra hour of sleep. Coach Lohr's over talking to the team. Maybe we can grab a couple of
Jim, I don't know if we might be able to get some bonus coverage over here. Oh, the 17 black team just finished their third set, 15-12, as I mentioned. Almost went to some bonus coverage.
Wow, nice. All right, we got some.
Got some players here. I think you got to go stretch.
All right. We're looking for anybody that wants to be interviewed here. The fans are excited, but nobody wants to appear on camera, I guess. So, the team
might get a word from our makeshift coach here, Annie. Let me see if I can wrangle her in.
You do the interview here.
Coach, can we get a word, please?
Oh my gosh. You're kidding. Oh my gosh, you're kidding. This is a lot of pressure.
Hi, Coach. Welcome to the welcome there. Here we have a new face. You want to introduce yourself for those viewing at home?
Yes. Hi, I'm Annie. I coach the 17-2s and was lucky enough to step in and help in today's match.
How do you see this team progressing throughout the day? I know this is the first match you saw, but how do you see them looking into the gold bracket tomorrow?
I think defense looks really good. We're stopped when they contact, and the defense is moving really well, and I love the addition of the slide and A's that the middle is running.
Did you bring that for this match? Was that your call?
You know, Nate and I talked about it after we started running a couple of B's, and the block was right there, so we need to make an adjustment, and the middles were really good at hitting those slides.
Well, thank you for that adjustment.
Yeah.
That's great stuff. Yeah. What do you think the secret is for tomorrow?
Energy.
Energy.
Yeah, day 3.
Energy.
They're going to have to bring the energy or fake it until they can make it.
Okay.
So it's definitely the energy.
Occasionally, we do get questions from the viewing audience. There seems to be a question running around today. Might there have been a karaoke event last night or some dance party?
You know, there might have been karaoke. I did not partake in the singing, but I was an active fan of those singing.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Annie, for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck to your team tomorrow.
Yes,
Tell us
thank you.
where you are sitting.
We are still in gold, and we're looking. We play our first game at 11, and then the championship would be at 1.
Okay.
So we're still in gold. We're undefeated.
Very good. Well,
Yep.
good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is awesome. This is so fun. I love it.
All right, we had a big win there against what we thought was probably going to be the toughest competition of the day. What do you girls think the key was to the match this evening, and how did it go while you were out there?
Well, at the beginning of the day, our game plan was to conserve our energy because yesterday we kind of started off too strong and then went down. So today we started down and went up.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of maxing out our energy at the end. We always have more energy, but we follow the game plan, I think, pretty well.
Yes.
So as we look forward to tomorrow now and gold bracket play, any words from the coach there in the huddle at the end, and what's kind of the game plan going into tomorrow for bracket play?
Get good sleep and load up on meds.
Yes, and we're having Chipotle tonight,
Yeah.
so we're going to carb load.
Fuel up. Everyone's laughing at us over there.
Any other final comments to the fans at home? We got grandparents and fans watching out there. Any final words?
I hope that you enjoy the live streams because they're really popular. So
Yeah. Retweet.
yeah, retweet that. And with that,
Thank
we're
you.
signing off.
They're kind of sweaty. Should I?
I'm just saying something. My dad's watching.
Hi, Dad. I love you.
Thank you.
Oh, hi, Dad. I love you.
Wait, talk about the game.
So we just won. We're in the gold bracket, A seed. We're the second seed in the tournament, I think, still. Out of 60 teams.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The secrets of tomorrow is?
I think maintaining our energy is going to be a really big component.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, everything starts with a pass, and our service was pretty good today for the most part. So if we get that pass, we'll be able to get a good set and finish it.
We get along really well compared to
Right.
like any other team I've had.
Yeah.
We just click. So I think if we
Yeah, I think we have a really good rhythm going. Especially between our setters and our hitters. Like, they have the tempo down, and there's most of the time there's no question on who's it going to and what the tempo is going to be and what we're running.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. Stay tuned tomorrow, gold bracket. Thank you.
Thanks. That's good. You guys did good.
Thank you.
All right, Mike. Well, pretty good day here. I don't know, any final thoughts as we wrap things up here from the CHI Health Center, beautiful downtown Omaha. It's a great evening again, and in the Cornhusker State. What are your final thoughts for the day?
You know, I can't even begin to express, Jim, the pleasure I have watching these ladies gut it out in tough matches, and the joys, the sorrows. It's all fun to watch, and I couldn't be more proud of this team. I just really love the way they play and how they interact with each other.
I think one thing we want to mention here, and I don't want to end on a down note, but we do want to remember the players and parents that were lost in the accident. I understand that happened in St. Louis from the KIVB team. There was a very bad car accident down there with lives lost, and I think it's just important for us to kind of reflect on that and appreciate the fact that we are here tonight. We're able to watch our daughters play this wonderful game, and also remember those who are going through a really, really tough thing. And our thoughts and prayers are certainly with them, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely, Jim. It's a very important reminder of the perspective. As high as you can get after a victory, there's always the notion that this is a game. This is a game that teaches nice, good life lessons, but at the end of the day, it's a game. So I echo your thoughts and prayers out to the family, to the organization. I thought it was a very class act this morning here in the Convention Center in Omaha, a ways away from the Kansas City tournament. They were handing out red ribbons for the girls to put on their shoes as a reminder of the tragedy that occurred. So.
All right, folks. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up here. Parents are all smiles. It's about 9:30 here local time. I'm not sure what's planned for the rest of the night, but we'll be back here early. Generally, bracket day is early. You generally start playing at either 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm guessing we might be the 9 o'clock slot, but we'll find out how that is. So anyhow, with that, we're going to say good evening here from the CHI Health Center here in beautiful downtown Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.